This is Eyewitness News with Susan Candiotti, Howard Jaffe, Brian Norcross, Frank Bork, and the Channel 10 Eyewitness News team.
Good evening. Tonight, gauging verbal fallout from the day after. The nuclear war movie evoking a range of emotions. Some you may have just seen on Viewpoint. And right now we go to Eyewitness News reporter Peggy Lewis, standing by live with a group of people in South Dade who want to talk about this dramatic movie's impact. Peggy?
Susan, we're at the home of Dr. Stephen Meyerson and his wife Brenda. They invited 9 of their friends over to watch the day after. The Meyersons are very active in the nuclear freeze movement, although not everyone here is. The youngest viewer here was 10 years old, the oldest 70, and we talked with them about some of their expectations before the movie.
I've heard that it could be shocking or traumatic, and that really it's very frightening.
I think he'll be scared, but I think that it's very important to face the truth.
What is your interest in watching the movie tonight?
Well,
Why are you going to watch it?
because I've heard a lot about it, and I want to see what it's like. And
At the beginning of the first few commercial breaks, there were sighs of relief and some light laughter. But after the first hour, when the nuclear explosion occurred, the silence was broken only by gasps.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Susan, with me now are 2 of the people who watched the day after, Richard Heiss and Lynn Schwartz. Mr. Heiss, what was your reaction? What did you feel when you watched this movie?
It scared me. I had a basic numbness that I was really fearful that this really couldn't happen, but underneath it all, I really know it can, and it frustrates me because personally, I don't really know what I could do to see that it doesn't happen, yet I really don't want it to happen. So what I have to look at is, how it could never happen.
Do you think it'll make you more active in this kind of a movement?
Certainly more conscious of it. Yeah, I would do whatever it takes not to be part of what we saw on TV tonight.
Mrs. Schwartz, you also watched it. What was your reaction? What did you feel?
I felt devastated at what I saw, but I do have faith in mankind. It will not happen, but we need to take responsibility, each one as an individual, and do whatever we can when the situation is called upon for us to do something, and not to just leave it to someone else, but to live in the solution and not in the problem.
Susan, many people have said that this movie is going to cause, if nothing else, a lot of dialogue about this issue. Back to you.
Thank you, Peggy. One last quick question to you. What about the young man who saw the movie, 10 years old?
Yes, he is here with us, and if you could come over, Rich. What did you think? You watched it. We heard his reactions during the whole thing, and he was exclaiming during the different points. Give us briefly what your reaction was to it.
well, I was sort of scared at the beginning that this could really happen, but then I noticed other things that could actually could stop it from happening, and that a lot of things could prevent it as well.
Susan, Rick was very knowledgeable about it, too. He's talked about it in school. He talks about it with his parents.
Yeah.